영어쉐도잉. Northwest Queenslanders grappling with mammoth cleanup. That's my fence. That's our diesel generator tank. It's usually over there with the generator. There is nothing left. There's only buildings and they are rotting inside. There's nothing of the beautiful left, nothing. The animals are dead and lawn is dead and the plants are gone. It's like a war site, it's like a bomb site, and it smells like that too. It just athletics. Joe Wilson spent years building an analysis in the outback. She and her husband run the remote to rent a roadhouse in northwest Queensland. The 50-liter lawn house deep fryer has just soaked everything in deep fryer oil, and you can imagine like silt, everything gets slimy and sloppy from water. But now that's the dead animals floating around. It is disgusting, it's just the smell of this unbearable. An intense wet season had already left the town across the Gulf of Carpentaria, isolated for a month, cut off by swollen rivers. Then earlier this month came a deluge rain. The normally dry outback became an inland sea. Record-breaking floods inundated houses in towns like Birdtown and Irrindadji and swamped cattle station. I think we have been guests here for a while. More than 3 weeks after a flood, the Wilsons still don't have a power or running water. It's just a ghastly nightmare. All our machines have drowned, so every excavator that we use right now to try push all this rubbish into a pile to just getting access to house and stuff is not working. Oh, this is our bad. Until they're up to their feet, the rebuilding of Birdtown will also hit roadblocks. That's because the Wilson family runs the local carpentry business, and their roadhouse would usually house any construction workers. There's arrogant people stay with us. Department's transport main road people stay with us like they're using Toronto for the infrastructure, and now they can't. Whatever it look, go out. This is what I need right now. That's what I'm accessible, right? What else you can heating water after wall. That was where the holes were ever recorded on us had rain, and a flood water got 2 inches from top of the roof. It's like a death fast here. It's just animal crying out at night. You got all this a lot body cuts. Watch the way or stuck and burning. You can hear powder in cars because there was too much water. Right now, Birdtown crazy Shannon Camp doesn't know the full extent of his family's loss. He estimates at least 1,000 cattle have died from being properly, but it could take years until he knows for sure. Especially for a family place like us, it's significant impact because that's our main source income, and you lose a bit of money, but it just hurts a lot of anyway. You don't want any of your stock dying because this is what you do with all sorts like your pets. They're going to lose even though they might be in the water now. They're still not going to survive. Cafeteria Chimere Jack Garden says, some towns not directly hit by flood borders are still feeling the effects of months of isolation. A blind man can see there's no tourists, there's no work as well. Everything runs to halt. They haven't worked since well before Christmas, and they not like to stay anymore soon. This is my lounge room. Both the states and federal governments are offering financial assistance to impacted residents, but the region's leaders say the support doesn't go far enough. Last week, they met with politicians in Canberra. Where is the normal in Australia? We'll be cut off for 3 months. 3 months a year with flying food and we have no fuel. Well, family painting on the wall. The Wilsons say the money on offer will just make her family that worse. Right now, this is loan for to $15,000 that you can apply for. It's obviously only a loan, so you can pay it back. But we already paid loan back from equipment we can't use, houses we can't use, energy that we can't use. In a statement, the Federal Minister for Emergency Management, Mary Ward, told 7:30, the purpose of recovery funding is to provide immediate support, and it is not designed to cover all costs over the long term. He indicates further support could be announced soon. That's about $190,000 Italian in going under. Training Camp's father, Arnie, the mayor of the devastated Workshop Council, wants that to include money for infrastructure projects to better prepare for inevitable future flood. We're not asking for a multi-highway, we just want some crossing rates by 1.2, 1.5, and that will still have some flood events, but still of current 3 months will have hopefully cut off for a week or 2 weeks. I hate the term resilient, but that's if you're not resilient, you don't live up in this country. You don't have property, that sort of things. The trouble with being resilient is, in my mind, over in Berkeley. That is what Beck has said. It's all very well resilient, but every time you've got to pull it off the directionary, that's a little party, it dies.